Hello, thank you for joining this video. My name is Stefan and I'm a sales rep at Woodpecker, and today I'm here to show you how exactly Woodpecker works and what it is. So for those new to Woodpecker or those who have not been able to join the demo, Woodpecker is basically a tool which you can use to automate your cold emails. And it's pretty simple. What we see in front of us right now is the main dashboard where you'll be able to view all your existing campaigns over here, and on the left side you'll be able to view the status of a campaign, if it's running, if it's draft mode, if it's paused or stopped or completed, whatever. You will also be able to briefly see the statistics of a campaign over here, but if you open up the campaign you'll be able to view more information, statistics there. Over here on the right you'll be able to perform some quick actions with a campaign. If you want to edit it, copy it, move it to a folder or delete it, then you'll be able to do so over here. But we want to create our first campaign, so let's click Add a Campaign, and here we will be able to start creating our campaign. So let's create a campaign name, and let's go for something simple like demo. The next step would be to integrate our email account or email address, so we just click Add New, and we have automatic connection with Google, Office 365 and Exchange. However, if you're using a different SMTP server, then you can just click Other, Advanced, and then you'll be able to add it from there. In this case, I already have a G Suite account integrated into Woodpecker, so I'll just select it here. And I'll start creating the contents of my email. So it's always good to personalize the subject line and the email. So for this case, I'll write a solution for, and then, for example, the company name to whom I'll be contacting. Of the body of the email, let's go, for example, hi, and then first name. Let me just add a space over here. Sorry about this. Let me try to do it again. Hi, space, and then first name. There we go. And then I already have some personalized text in snippet 1 and snippet 2, and later you'll be able to see how exactly that works. Let me just finish by adding my name here. And that's pretty much it with my first email. I will also have the option to insert any link to direct my prospects to a website or a not an attachment, but a document. If I want to also add an image, then I'll be able to do that here. If I want to play around with the HTML code, then I can do so over here. But for now, I'm happy with my first email. As you can see on the right side, I will be able to determine when I want this first email to be sent. So we can do something simple. Let's say working week, Monday to Friday, from 8 AM to 4 PM. Let's scroll up and select 4 PM, and we can associate it for all the entire week. Now, there we go. Now above, I can then select how many prospects a day I want this first email to be sent. So I'm going to start with something simple. Let's say 100 prospects a day. The maximum is 500, but we always recommend to start slow and build your way up. So let's stick with 100. As you can see below, I can select the time zone of this email. So I'm just going to leave the example how it is. Now, scrolling down, I can then add follow-ups to my email campaign. So with Woodpecker, you can add up to 7 follow-ups. So that's 8 emails in total in your campaign. For now, this demo, I'm just going to use one quick follow-up. So let me start writing the contents. I'll keep it nice and simple like my first email. So hi, name, and then I've got snippet 1 and snippet 2, and then there we go. Now, like the first email, I can select the time window for this email. For now, I'll keep it the same like that. Now, for example, if I send my first email and I do not get a response to my prospect, then the follow-up will be sent later, and I can determine how many days later I want the first follow-up to be sent. So if I want 3 days later, maybe 5 days later, or maybe a week. That's totally up to you on how you feel your best approach is. Now scrolling down, we also have the option to send, to make sure that this email and the follow-ups are in the same thread, or if we want them to be sent separately. Again, that's totally up to you. Now, for now, I'm happy with the content of my email. So the next step is to start adding prospects. So if I click over here, there are three ways to import prospects. We can either add prospects. We can import them from a CSV file, we can add them manually one by one, or we can select them from our database. I'll show you exactly how importing a CSV file works. So if I click it, I can then search for the CSV file in question. Let's see here. There we go. So this is the CSV file. I will then upload and import it. And over here, on the right side, I'll be able to see all the information or data which I have in the CSV file. And the next step is to basically match the relevant information to the right, to the Woodpecker field on the left. So if, for example, here I have the company, then I just click here and select the company and match them one by one. Once that's done, I can then import this CSV file into Woodpecker. And over here, Woodpecker is informing me that we have 14 duplicates. What does this mean? It means that these people are already in my database. So I'm going to cancel importing the CSV file, and I will add prospects from my database. Now here I'll be able to view all the prospects which I have in my database. I'll be able to filter them either by status, if they are in an existing campaign, if they have been contacted, or I can view all the CSV files I've imported previously. So in this case, it was this one. These are all the prospects I want to add. And if I go down and if I scroll right, I'll be able to view all the information which I have. And I will also be able to basically check everything here. And let's add all of these prospects into our campaign, select. And also we have the option to preview how the content of our email will look like. So here we have the first email and then the follow-up and so on and so on. And we have the option as well to view all the different prospects here one by one. But for now, I'm happy with the content of my campaign. So let's finalize and add these prospects into our campaign. And here Woodpecker is informing me that 7 have already been contacted and that 3 are marked as blacklisted, but I'm happy. I want to include them into my campaign, add, and now they have successfully added into my campaign. And the final thing we need to do right now is to start sending those emails. So let's scroll down, click send, and my campaign is now successfully running. Now, obviously at the moment, it's telling me that everything is 0, but that's normal because I just created the campaign. So let me quickly delete this campaign. Yes, I'm sure. And I can open up an existing campaign. So let's, for example, select this one. And as you can see here, I'll be able to view the amount of prospects I have added to this campaign. If I click it here, I'll be able to view all the people I have added to this campaign. Going back to statistics, I'll be able to see the open rate over here. And if I click it, I'll be able to see the people who opened the email. On the right, I have the reply rate. And if I click that, I'll be able to see the people who replied to my emails. Here I have the emails that have been delivered. And on the left, I have the email addresses which are invalid, and Woodpecker will not send any emails to any invalid email addresses. If there are any bounces, whether they are soft or hard, then they will be located here, and Woodpecker will inform you why you have received this bounce. Going downwards, I'll be able to see the statistics of each email, so email 1 or 2, and then I can view whether I should maybe make a comparison in the future between one campaign and another. But coming back up, if we go to the prospects section, like I mentioned before, if I click here on the open, I'll view the people who opened it. If I clicked here, the people who replied. And on the right, clicking this icon, I'll be able to view the exact reply and the activity of that prospect. But let's say, for example, we get an auto reply and the person is out of office or on holiday. Then by clicking this icon here, I will be able to view and select when I want these emails to resume. So if I know the person will be back on, let's say, the 22nd of May, then I select the 22nd of May, and emails will not be sent to them until since from the 22nd of May. So that's also a pretty nice feature as well. The final section over here is the to check area. So in this case we have 3 emails that have not been sent. Why have they not been sent? Because some relevant information is missing. So all we need to do is to fill it in, save the changes and send, and then you're good to go. That's pretty much it when it comes to creating campaigns and viewing existing campaigns. So the next thing I want to show is the inbox, where here you'll be able to keep track of emails sent and received. Moving on to settings, here you'll be able to view your profile settings and any email notifications over here. If you go to email accounts, here you'll be able to view all your integrated email accounts. So if you have one integrated email, by clicking the gear icon, you'll be directed to this page where you will be able to view the general settings, the from name, signature, and the configuration. If you want to send from one email address and receive from another, then you'll be able to do that over here. Here we have the information about sending limits. So the Woodpecker has an algorithm which basically sends one email between 60 and 120 seconds at different periods of time. So it tries to imitate human behavior to make sure that your emails are sent to the inbox and not, for example, sent to spam or any other folders like that. You can play around with the algorithm to change it. However, we don't recommend that because that will affect the deliverability of your emails. And here you can also select the limit of your emails. So for example, I want this mailbox to send no more than 500 emails a day, or if you want 1,000, but you have to bear in mind the limitations of your email provider. Down below you'll be able to set the BCC, CRM email addresses, or if you want to check or track unsubscribes, email opens or clicks, then you'll be able to do so here via custom tracking domains. The next feature is integrations. So if you are using any applications and you want to sync them with Woodpecker, then you'll be able to do so over here, making your workflow easier, and Woodpecker is working on making as many integrations as possible available to you. If you're working with a team and you want to manage users, then you'll be able to do so in this section. API keys are also here. You'll be able to create the keys in regards to integrations. And the final area is safety, where if you want to add domains of companies you don't want to contact, then you'll be able to do so over here. That's pretty much it when it comes to Woodpecker. So the great thing about it, it's simple, it's easy to use, and I hope that you'll be using it in the near future. So if that's all, have a great day and an even better weekend.